Welcome back, everybody. We are live. We had a great week of sports. We had some interesting college football games. We had some epic NFL games, and the Top Flight crew is here. The Top Gun crew is here with you. We can't wait to talk about everything with you on this live episode. And with that, let's get it started here. Kick it off. All right, gentlemen. Welcome back.
Yes,
Welcome
sir.
back, Cooper.
Welcome back.
Yes.
It's glad to have you back, buddy.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I couldn't make it last week.
Oh, no, we
It's
missed you.
okay.
Had some issues, but we're all back and we're better than ever.
Yeah.
I think
Better than ever.
everyone
yeah.
had a happy holidays and
And,
great, whatever it may
we're
be.
ex-
So
And we're excited for 2026.
Yeah,
absolutely.
This is the last episode of 2025.
That's true. Thanks for the info.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Crazy.
well, boys, we've had a pretty, epic last couple days with between college football playoffs, between the NFL last couple days. We've got what is set up to be an amazing final week of the NFL. We also have an amazing week of college football playoffs happening, and with that, the NBA is starting to take off more and more. I think that it is starting to grow in a sense of we're starting to see some players absolutely shine, and we may start seeing the MVP push begin to happen here. I know there's a couple guys I'm sure, Giovanni and Cooper are going to talk about that are really starting to single themselves out for that MVP race, and they've had some pretty outstanding games these last couple days. With that being said, gentlemen, I know we've talked about, our funniest moments in sports. Sports are awesome, cleared for takeoff, grounded, all of the above. But, with the new setup, I figure we could throw this up onto the screen and we could kind of talk through it. So what I had them do is I had them kind of send me over some pictures or put some stuff in here, and we'll kind of just talking points, some things to talk about. So let's get it started here. First one, DK Metcalf. Giovanni, what you got for us?
DK Metcalf got suspended for 2 games because of punching a fan called Ryan Kennedy back a week ago with the Lions and Steelers game.
Yeah, so there you can see a picture of him, and he came out and said that, DK claimed that there was some racially charged language involved, and that's why he came over and said that. But this gentleman, this super fan for the Detroit Lions, claims that he did no such thing and that he is appalled that anyone would say anything like that. And ultimately, it sounds like DK just doesn't like being called by his first name.
Yeah.
His actual first name.
Mm-hmm.
Because his name isn't DK for those who don't know, but
It's close.
It is. But I'll say that even if the Lions fan did say what DK says that he said, it's a bad look for the Lions fan and a bad look for DK. But if he didn't, it's still a bad look for DK. I mean, you can't walk up to a fan in the middle of the game and punch them, like
snatch him and punch him. Yep. And ultimately it might come back to hurt the Steelers. I mean, he is a impact player, and you saw, we'll kind of talk about the Browns game, each game respectfully, but they didn't take any shots downfield. I think a lot of that had to do with them trying to stay away from Myles Garrett setting a record, but at the same time, you don't have your big playmaker downfield, your yak guy, and it hurt them. Not having DK in there definitely hurt them. DK Lynn.
I would say it definitely hurt them when you look at the end of the game. They're trying to throw fade balls, and DK's not the one going up to catch him.
You don't have a 6'5" massive human being.
Right.
Yeah, right.
It's still just
Yeah.
one of the incidents of all time. Definitely one of the things that I think we'll look back on and remember from the 2025 NFL season, which has been pretty crazy up to
Yeah.
this
It
point.
is crazy.
Yeah, and I mean Darnell Washington left the game with a broken arm as well, and I mean
I
that's
know. Get well soon.
that's their like two biggest pass catchers. I mean,
Yeah.
they're hurting right now. They're falling
they
apart
are.
at the wrong time. So
Yeah, they are.
and if Lamar Jackson can be healthy, we're set for a epic collapse by the Steelers. And
Next week it's gonna be crazy for sure.
what is to be an epic game. Yeah, for sure. So, okay. All right. Well, that brings us to let's go back to our slides here.
Philip Rivers.
The Colts.
The Colts are officially eliminated after a 7-1 start to the season, and now with a loss to the Jags, they are now eliminated from the playoffs, even though the Texans won last night with Philip Rivers, with Danny Dimes' injury. Like, they colted.
Yeah. Yeah, they absolutely imploded. They absolutely they fell apart. I mean, everything was riding on Danny Dimes being healthy. And when he started to get hurt a lot earlier than the Achilles injury, but at the same time, like they were just crumbling, slowly crumbling. And it finally happened. And from what was one of the greatest starts to the season that we were all kind of baffled that they were in this situation to they're out of the playoffs.
Yep.
Officially.
Hopefully Indiana Jones will re-sign with the Colts.
Yeah, I do think that there's a lot of potential there. They could get him another wide receiver and then fill in some spots on that O-line. I think that team could be absolutely a playoff contender again. But I mean, now you're looking at an AFC South that looks pretty good. I mean,
Texans are hot.
So's the Jaguars. I mean, it's gonna be an interesting conference next year because it looks like a lot of them are back, and then the Texans are only going to get better because they have a lot of offensive injuries. I mean, Tank Dell didn't even play this year. So, but that's definitely something to watch out for. But yeah, the Colts, man, what an epic collapse! And I kind of put in here as well, like when you look at Philip Rivers here, he about lost his mind on a couple of these calls. I don't know if you guys saw that, but
I saw that.
Who would you say is the best backup quarterback in the league right now
for the Colts?
Just this year in the NFL.
I don't know. I'll go with Philip Rivers. Okay. Honestly,
I just think he needs maybe some more games. He's definitely one of the best, like, tenured backup quarterbacks. I mean, he had a great career with the Chargers, but I would say, based on performance, it might be Mac Jones because he was balling when he played for the Niners.
I think Mac Jones kept them in conversation for one of the best teams in the NFL. I would definitely say him, but then you got to like throw into account a couple of the other ones that aren't necessarily. I mean, they're probably their franchise guys now. Like, I mean, they're not even backup quarterbacks. I mean, you look at Tyler Shook. He played pretty well
for the Saints.
Yeah. He definitely is way better than Spencer Rattler. So I think Spencer Rattler's done. He's out. Shook's in. At least they're going to give him the start going into next year, I would assume. And then Jackson Dart is another one that has definitely shown some backup potential. Jacoby Brissett has got to be up there. He's definitely a decent backup.
Tyler Huntley. I like Tyler Huntley.
Tyler Huntley.
Whenever he plays, he's pretty good.
Yep. He's a great fill-in for Lamar Jackson. You got Malik Willis, who's about to make a bag.
He's going to get paid.
The dude, somebody's going to need him for sure.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
I think there's a couple teams off the top of my head I could think of that could definitely, like if they're trying to get a bridge quarterback, Malik Willis is definitely a guy who could do that. You look at Miami. And it looks Miami looks like they're done with the Tua experiment. Arizona looks like they might trade
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray. Yep. lost it for a second there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just go around the league and there's a couple teams. I mean, the Jets, depending on, where they end up in the draft, like if they take a quarterback or if they take somebody else.
Maybe Giants.
Giants, yep. Well, I think the Giants are going to ride out Jackson Dart.
I know. Yeah, Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
I meant for Malik Willis for a backup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and here's what I'll say is that the way that I'm kind of struggling with the backup thing is what makes a backup, because the whole Browns quarterback roster is technically backups.
Is a backup.
But then
they're starters on the injured reserve. Yeah, good call.
It's like, yeah.
But to be honest with you, I mean, they haven't done much to solidify best in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
That's also true. Although, I mean, I know we'll get there. We'll talk about the Browns, but huge win over the Steelers.
Huge.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, I don't know.
That came out of nowhere.
Well, we'll get there.
That was not on my bingo card, but
not on the bingo card.
Yeah.
Not at this point in the year for sure.
No.
All right, let's go back to it here.
Okay.
We're all in here.
Tom Grassi pulls off a Ben Johnson.
Ripping the shirt off and just going berserk.
I mean, this is kind of, I know, Giovanni, you had talked about this as kind of being your grounded for the team that is now eliminated from the playoffs as compared to the one that is number one in the NFC right now.
All right.
All right.
All right, we got our faithful follower Gavin here. I was just about to ask what makes us back up specifically because of the Browns. Look at you. It's like twin telepathy. Twin telepathy.
I don't know what
it's a real thing.
I think it's just Browns telepathy, knowing that the Browns are just
nice.
I mean, honestly, they're not as much of a mess as I feel like they should be. Like, they have the same record as the Commanders.
I think that's definitely going to have to be a segment that we do over the summer, that or maybe before the draft. But like, what do the Browns need, and what's kind of looking into the future? Because I like Shedeur as a bridge quarterback, kind of like that same Malik Willis kind of situation. I need somebody to get me to when we do go draft a franchise quarterback, can we put the pieces around them? And then when they come in, you have the potential to be good, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, feel like they draft a quarterback every year and then have nothing around them, and then they just fail.
I think that also starts another conversation is, are we done with Deshaun Watson? He's still on the roster.
I hope he's done.
Or are we moving on from him? The Browns,
I think that
this is a question for the Browns organization, I think, because they just keep him around no matter what happens.
Well, when the owner comes out and says, we made a mistake there, and he's still on your roster, still hoping to play, that's not a big vote of confidence there. So I do wonder about that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, that one might be a tricky situation. He might end up asking to leave because ultimately I think he's still young enough that he could be looking for another contract. He's not in a situation where he can say, okay, I'm with the Browns forever, because it doesn't look like the Browns want him long-term, and he's worth too much for other teams to go after him. So he's got to get another contract at some point. So at some point he's got to show, hey, I'm still valuable in the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so I think actually I've said this exact same thing before, but when you talk about Miami, who does not really have a quarterback right now, and they could use someone like a Malik Willis, they could also go the direction of a veteran like Deshaun Watson.
Could you imagine Deshaun Watson in Miami Beach?
That'd be.
I've been hearing that.
You know what?
For years.
That's a bad move.
Yeah.
Too many.
I'll actually scratch that one.
Scratch it. Good.
Take that off my list.
I'll take the high road.
Hey, quick update, guys. I'm still Giovanni Schefter, so I'm still Giovanni Schefter.
All right, still Giovanni Schefter.
Yeah. Where I don't have news, but I'm still Giovanni Schefter if you guys are confused.
Gotcha.
All right.
All right. So, Giovanni, your next thing here.
The Packers Heat conditioners got offed.
So usually that's supposed to happen on the visitors team sideline, not the home team sideline.
No.
And that was a cold game. That was we've had some ugly games this week. And I remember what was it? Was it the NFC Championship game with the Eagles and the Redskins last year where it was just impossible to do anything with the ball? I think are we at that point of the season where I think that
the one where
Saquon,
yeah. That might have been it. Was that against the Rams? One of those games he ripped off like 250-yarders.
No, that was last year against the Redskins, because the Redskins made the NFC Championship game. Oh no, you're right. It was the Rams. It was against
the Rams.
Yeah, it was against Stafford. He was
just torching him in the snow.
Saquon was an animal.
Yeah, they couldn't pass the ball, which was like their entire offense. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Good memory.
Klay Thompson hugs former Warriors players after a game.
Yeah, this is sports is awesome. We had this debate earlier about Klay Thompson. Maybe some bad blood. And I think it was a big enough narrative that he heard it, and he decided to show his boys some love after the game.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, you love to see it. You don't want to see.
No, yeah.
Especially when you and Steph Curry's nickname is the Splash Brothers.
Yeah.
You don't want the narrative to be that you guys are enemies now or anything like that. So.
Well, and that's what he'll always be to me, is he'll always be a Warrior. Like, I'll never see him, like when you ask me about Klay Thompson, I'll never think of him in a Mavs jersey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it's like you ask about Tony Parker, and no one's like, yeah, I remember him being a Charlotte Hornet.
And he was with the Hornet, yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's going to be like, no, he's a Spur for life.
Right.
And Bo Nix and the Broncos have clinched the AFC West for the first time since 10 years ago.
10 years. 10 years of Patrick Mahomes' dominance.
And the Chiefs' dominance officially is dead.
I've got to say, those jerseys were sweet. They wasted them on a crappy game, but these jerseys are sweet. Like, I want those at home. Those helmets are sweet. Just the all whites. I don't know. What do you guys take? What were the best ones of the 2025 season? The best icy whites.
I got to pick the Bills icy whites.
The Bills icy whites.
We're talking about new jerseys that have just rolled out.
Like they just rolled them out. Yeah, I'm not just.
Okay.
Yeah. Because some teams, like Arizona, has a white all white alternate jersey. Like, that's their actual jersey.
Yeah, I think the best ones that have come out this year is, I think most of the rivalry ones were really.
Let's go! No more Chiefs.
Yeah, I think that
the Seahawks had cool ones. It was
those
were given like Oregon Ducks type of vibes on those. I like those.
A lot of Nike money involved there. I think
New England had some cool ones.
New England's glacier ones. It was like the polar vortex or whatever they called them.
The nor'easter jersey.
Yeah, that's right. And then I thought the Vikings ones this last weekend were pretty nice too. They would definitely.
Did those come out last year, or were they just this year?
I think they were this year. They might have been out last year. I can't remember, but
yeah, I was trying to think, because the Lions, I remember when they rolled out the Motor City ones, the all black ones, which I really like. They pulled out like something to wear them a third or fourth time last year, and I was all for it because I really like those jerseys, but I'm kind of put them to no good use this year.
Right. Like they didn't really show up against the Vikings, so
we'll get into that.
This was kind of mine. First time sweeping the Chiefs since 2014.
Great job, Broncos.
That was a Super Bowl run.
Yeah, Peyton Manning was there back then.
We're looking at the Bears 49ers game. First play of the game. Pass over the middle by Brock Purdy. Tipped and intercepted and taken to the house. Woo! Touchdown Bears.
Yeah.
Touchdown Bears. Caleb Williams hasn't even touched the field.
And you will go into Tom Grassi mode again.
Tom Grassi, yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's just and that's the thing, is like I'm wondering when the magic of the 49ers runs out, because there is next to nothing offensively outside of Christian McCaffrey. Ricky Purcell is playing today, but I mean, he's just a weapon. I mean, I wouldn't say that he's somebody, who's going to light up some free agency markets.
Yeah.
So, he was so nice at Florida, man.
He was.
Yeah.
I still think he has one of the best catches of all time. That he had a one-handed catch in traffic. Oh yeah, Bo Nix, man.
Thought this one was pretty interesting. There's a lot of hate on Bo Nix. I mean, a lot of people, anytime, a team is at the top, there's a lot of hate saying, well, my team should be at the top, yada, yada, yada. Numbers don't lie. Tonight's win over the Chiefs.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Christmas Day.
That game, Bo Nix became the only quarterback in the NFL history with 20 wins, 7,500 yards passing, and 50 touchdowns in the first 2 seasons.
Bo Nix is a believer.
I found that hard to believe. I would have guessed somebody would have had a good freshman and a good sophomore year. You know what I'm saying? But
Bo Nix is the future of you guys.
Usually there's a sophomore slump, and it must be that real that no one's ever done.
Daniels was a sophomore slump.
Jade Daniels was hurt for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he did not look, even when he did play, he didn't look like the Jaden Daniels of last year.
And I know they didn't have any weapons or not, but still.
They couldn't get on the same page as Terry McLaurin. Bill Krosky-Merritt, he's finally coming out of a shell. He's had a couple good games.
Heard that lots of NFL fans, I don't know if it's Commanders fans or NFL fans for the Redskins running back, when Bill, that last name guy, comes onto the field and runs for a touchdown, they say, Bill, just like Bill Nye.
Bill Nye the science guy.
Good.
Yeah. No, but I find it hard to believe that there hasn't been many freshmen and sophomore. So apparently we haven't had many guys that have gone to the playoffs twice in their freshman and sophomore season. Chat, you may have to check us on that and let us know.
Check us down below.
We did have a good Christmas. Yeah. Everybody had a Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Some of these guys here with their new toys. So, we also found out that Bo Nix hates dogs.
Really?
So he did go down slightly in my book. I guess the last time they had a Thursday night game, Kirk Herbstreit brought his dog onto the field, and Bo Nix was uncomfortable about it. And then
the dog's name is Peter.
Yeah. And then later some of Bo's teammates were he doesn't like dogs and da-da-da-da-da. And so Kirk tried again on Thursday to try and get him to pet Peter, and he would not go near it. His quote was,
I saw him give him a little head pat.
Yep, all dogs are dogs. I was like, okay. He had to have been traumatized as a kid, because Peter might be the best good boy of all time.
I saw the full video, and he was like, yeah, when I was younger, I had a bad experience with a dog. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's fair enough for him.
It's understandable, I guess. It's that scarring. Was this the last time we saw Travis Kelce play at Arrowhead? This is more up for debate.
I saw some rumors swirling about Kelce's future, but I saw from a post saying that I don't think this is Travis Kelce's last season in Arrowhead.
You don't think?
I don't think so, but we'll see how the offseason goes with Kelce, and then we'll go from there.
I don't know. I was watching that game live, and the commentators the whole time were talking about they made it sound like this was set in stone, that he was retiring after this year.
Yeah. And he was very emotional walking off the field and in the press conference, which makes me think he's a pretty calm, cool, collected, funny guy. So for him to be emotional at tears, it makes me think we might have seen the last time that Travis Kelce has performed at Arrowhead. So we'll have to
have to wait and see.
Stay tuned. Pay close attention to Giovanni Schefter for the breaking news there.
Oh yeah. So the Chiefs are grounded because they are moving to Kansas, just Kansas, for the 2031 NFL season.
Yeah. So Arrowhead will be no more.
No more.
And they're moving from Kansas City to Kansas City.
Just Kansas.
How many of you knew that Kansas City is not in Kansas?
Me.
You did know that.
It's just Kansas, Nebraska.
Kansas
something.
City, Missouri.
Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah.
And then Kansas, Nebraska.
I don't know about that one. I don't know if there's a city named Kansas in Nebraska.
Okay. I must have looked at the wrong map. Whoops.
That's all right. So yeah, they're going from Missouri, which is where Kansas City is, to Kansas. Yeah, Kansas City, Missouri. Yeah.
Oh,
this one was mine.
He was just up to no good that whole broadcast.
And we had been talking about this before that, and like how much of like just a clown he was and his power pellets, and he just makes football more fun. And then they have him on the Thursday night broadcast because of the Seahawks. And they literally, I think that whoever was in the van for Amazon just had their hand over the mute button and was just like hammering that thing.
Marshawn Lynch is the reason that there's a delay on broadcast. Yeah. He's the reason there's a delay and they have to run it through everything first. Because
Joe Flacco, Ben Roethlisberger, Brock Purdy, and CJ Stroud have all made the playoffs in their first 2 years.
There we go. We got our stat checker. Love it.
Thanks, Gav. Thank you.
Gavin Schefter.
Yeah, Gavin.
It's not a sketch.
Gavin Schwam. But
not as good as Giovanni Schefter, but
no, not even close. But close. Marshawn Lynch is the reason there is a 2-second delay in media for sure, between him and Janet Jackson. And,
dude, okay. All right.
Yeah, that was way before you guys were around. Come on now.
That's why they invented YouTube, though.
If
you hear the story, she's the reason they invented YouTube.
No, because so many people were looking up that video.
Yeah, but yeah, Marshawn Lynch is he's a character.
Love it. He's good good for the sport. He's great for the sport.
And I'm just gonna interject, but like tying into him, like have you guys seen him like go to the NFL games to photograph them?
Yeah.
I know.
And then I also saw that
between him and Randy Johnson,
but I just saw Suni Lee was at the Chiefs game, the Olympic gold medalist, gymnast.
Well, yeah, and then Simone Biles was at the Packers game doing photographs. I know her husband plays.
Simone Biles is at the Bears and 49ers game.
Oh, she's at the Bears game?
Yeah.
Does he play for the Bears now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought he was with the Packers before, right?
Yeah, he was with the Packers. But I also
missed
think he
that.
got traded. But
okay.
Yeah, I've just been seeing so much of celebrities, coming around and hanging at football games, basketball games, whatever it is. So.
And I saw Cardi B was at the Patriots game with Robert Kraft today. Well, I showed you
That's
that
not.
Lee one.
I had already seen it. I'm telling you.
He wants his credit. Poor guy. We're just gonna have to get him a cameo in here.
Anyway,
quick update on the 49ers. We got a pass to from Purdy to Tongs in the back of the end zone, tied up 7-7. It was a quick drive. They marched right down the field. It wasn't slow at all. So big hiccup at the beginning of the game, but 49ers seem to have righted the ship. So, all right. So next we got Coach of the Year candidates. Yeah. Outside of these three, what do you think? Have you thought about it much?
I'm thinking Mike Vrabel might be the Coach of the Year again because I like what he's doing in New England.
All right, we'll put that in Cooper's room. He can keep that. Keep that in the corner.
I would go with Mike Vrabel.
We gotta. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Golfy, that's my uncle.
There you go. He's pumped. We'll talk about some Browns here in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got these three guys. I'm gonna have to go with Ben Johnson.
Okay.
I mean this is a hard one between all three of those teams. I feel like the Patriots were more in tank mode going into last year, and that's why they only had 4 wins.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that winning in the NFC North this year was really tough. So like,
I think the Patriots had a cupcake schedule.
Yeah. Well,
and
I mean,
I would also say for the Jags are in a pretty tough division as well. So
yeah, no, I agree with that. I would say that the Patriots, in the AFC East, you have 2 teams that are just terrible. I mean, and you play them twice a year. So there's 4 games that are basically gimmies. I know they're not, but at the same time, they feel like they are. The Jets today, they dog walked them. But yeah, I don't know. I like Vrabel. He's been in the league before, though. I think I think Ben Johnson is a situation where not only did we know he was a good OC, but now we know he's a good coach and he's passionate, and he's got these guys turned around, and they actually look like they could be perennial powerhouses now, which is sucky.
It's scary.
Sorry,
it's
Coop.
scary. We'll get into that.
And so here's what I'll say is I saw a stat, and I'm lucky I wrote this down, but Dan Campbell's coaching career with Ben Johnson, he's 36-15. Pretty good. 2 of those years, they were powerhouses.
Right.
Without Ben Johnson, he's 11-21-1. So definitely not as good.
No, that's not good. That's not good.
It may have been Ben Johnson, guys. If we're looking at it from those numbers, like
that's not good.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
We'll get into that though.
All
right. I'm gonna go with this one here. So the funniest sports moments I have was Jazz center Kevin Love was hilarious when he said about the last time he got a post-game interview in this quote, "I think Lyndon B. Johnson was probably in office."
How were you guys around before he was with the Cavs? I think you were around.
Yeah, I was.
But like, do you remember
that? For the T-Wolves?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking like
T-Wolves.
2014, 2015.
Yeah, 2014. Yeah.
So I got to give you credit. You were old. You were born, but were you old enough to remember watching him play with the Timberwolves?
I didn't watch basketball when I was 5. So.
The dude was a G. I mean, we're talking like player of the year.
I mean, well, so maybe I didn't watch basketball back then, but I still know dude was a rebounding machine.
He was a walking double-double.
30 and 30, like
every game. Every game. Yeah. He was basically doing what Jokic is doing.
Yeah.
And he had a good little stretch there for Minnesota where he was doing that.
He had some back problems. He gets traded to the Cavs, and he absolutely embraces this whole like, I'm a role player. I'm going to get rebounds. I'm going to shoot shots, but I'm not going to be. The offense isn't going to run through me, and it did change him. And I think that's true. Like he's probably talking about either when he was with the Cavs, because he hasn't really been relevant since that championship, those 4 years where they were competing for the championship.
He was a bench guy with the Cavs after LeBron left and everything.
Right. So
and I'm thinking the last time I think he played, and no offense to him, but like really deserved a post-game interview. He wasn't very productive with the Heat when he played for him last year or whenever that was.
Yeah.
And his last seasons with the Cavs, he wasn't great. It was probably that one game when he had the 37-point quarter.
Yeah.
Because
that was 2016.
Yeah, I was gonna say because that was the record at the time. I think it still is the record of 37 points in a quarter.
Yeah, that's still the record. Yeah,
that's crazy.
And
it is.
To think that he did that almost 10 years ago, and he's still in the league.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, which is even crazier to think LeBron came into the league before he did. So
yeah,
it's just insane. I mean, LeBron he's an anomaly. He's not real. He's not a real person.
Yeah.
All right, Cooper.
All right, so this one's mine. And
paint us a picture here.
This is pretty crazy. So, Georgetown, men's basketball. It's in a stressful part of the game. It's coming to a close, and I think they're at this point in the game they're like down 3, and something doesn't go their way. Head coach Ed Cooley grabs a water bottle, and just like fires it into the stands. It didn't even go that far, and he just like banked it off a kid's head in the second row. It's like I don't know. If you watch the video, it's ridiculous. I mean, he just throws like a almost empty water bottle, and it just hits this kid. And so I believe he was suspended for. I don't know how long he was suspended for, but he was suspended, and he may have gotten fined because like you're hitting kids in the head with water bottles at your own basketball game.
You can't do that, dude.
It wasn't even I mean, it was a little kid. We're talking like
it was
a 1 to 2 year old. Yeah.
Yeah. It was probably like a 2-year-old. And he just,
like,
it's crazy.
It's crazy. I just saw that video. And
it was crazy.
What are we doing?
He's grounded.
So,
grounded for sure.
So here's a little trivia. What is a Hoya?
It's like a bulldog.
That's their mascot.
Their mascot is the bulldog?
What's a Hoya?
Gosh.
Oh boy.
Don't look up on Google.
I already got it. Don't even have to look it up. So Hoya, it's Latin.
Well, hold on now.
So hold on.
Georgetown's okay.
When you guys drove to Washington, DC.
Georgetown's in DC, right?
Correct. It's just outside of DC. So did you happen to notice all of the stone walls around the campus?
No.
Okay. Well,
we weren't paying that much attention.
Well, there you go. I'm sure you were.
I was just gonna ask if Georgetown's like right by DC, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So it has to do with it was originally their athletics were called they were the Stone Walls. And so Hoya in Latin, Hoya Saxon means such rocks.
Interesting.
So there you go. There's your little that might win you some money on Jeopardy one day.
Good reference.
There you go.
Right, next.
All right, my next one. This one was mine. This was a funny moment. He literally forgot how to go to the grocery store. So if you hadn't seen this, Lane Kiffin goes to the grocery store and he leaves the grocery store with one of the baskets that they provide while you're getting your groceries. And so whoever it was, whether it was his daughter or whoever, is just absolutely grilling him on like, why did you bring that basket home? And he's saying like, well, it costs money to buy the bags. Like some grocery stores like charge you, to buy a bag to package your groceries. And he's just like, I'm not doing that. She's like, well, then you stole a basket. So he forgot how to go to the grocery store.
And I don't know if you guys saw, but they were interviewing him before. It was like on College Game Day or something, and they gave him a plastic bag. They were like, "Listen, buddy, we know you've been learning a few things, so we thought we'd teach you how to go grocery shopping again." So they gave him a trash bag. I thought it was so funny.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So crazy.
All right, boys. Well, that kind of wraps up everything we got. Giovanni, you have anything else? I know you kind of mentioned it. Or did we cover everything?
I had a grounded, but I don't have a picture for it, but that's fine.
That's fine.
Because this was a couple months ago. A huge Bears fan, which he is a podcaster. He was a podcaster. Mm-hmm. He wants the Bears to move to his hometown, Arlington Heights, because he grew up in his hometown and everything. And Mayor Johnson for Chicago, he is so bad and he has driven the Bears out of Chicago. And I think he's a bad mayor for Chicago. But what do you think? Should the Bears move to Gary, Indiana, or Arlington Heights?
I don't know.
They should move to Naperville.
I don't know. I don't know if the Bears should leave Chicago. I just think that they're gonna lose out on a lot of. I think if they just
Soldier Field.
Soldier Field is not that great. It's been around for a long time. The turf is nasty.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like they kind of make it the staple of
sports in Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could see them going to a different part of Chicago and kind of like annexing an area and building a new stadium and that kind of thing. But I don't know. I feel like you'd be losing out on a lot of money if you move out of Chicago.
Yeah.
Because that, you're taking away the people who could just walk to the games and all that. So it's kind of like what Cleveland is doing. I feel like
agree.
Like here's what I will say. Like Chicago has more area and places for things like concerts and events and stuff like that. They are a bigger city than Cleveland. And what the Haslams are trying to do is they are trying to make this like one giant like centerplex where like you can do football, all kinds of concerts, motorcycle rally, like just monster truck. Like they're trying to make this like basically Jerry's World is what they're trying to do.
Oh my gosh.
So I think that's probably that's more doable in Cleveland, I would say.
Yeah.
But in Chicago, I feel like if you moved it to a nicer part of town, you might have less headaches. But I don't know. I don't know why you'd want to move it out of Chicago.
I don't know.
So,
but
I know.
Big three.
I know. Well, I know the environment in Cleveland, like literally the weather. You're sitting on the lake is a factor as well. So, but I got one more. I got a couple more things. Go ahead.
I have some that I didn't have any pictures for. There was two that I had just seen today that I was like, okay, I saw them like right before we went on. But one thing that I did want to point out is that with the FCS playoffs, I had two moments from that. One was Montana versus UC Davis, or not Montana. Montana was playing a game, and they had a guy drive out on in a trash can, a motorized trash can, and he was driving on the field to lead out the team. I don't remember exactly what game it was. It was Montana, but it was just ridiculous. I saw that, and I was like, that's amazing. And then another FCS crazy thing that I saw was Illinois State, who's now in the championship against Montana. They've traveled like literally, I don't remember exactly what the number was, but it was like 9,000 miles because your FCS, you don't get to fly, right? You had to take the team bus. So they took the bus down to southeastern Louisiana where they won. And the next game was against North Dakota State. So they go to Louisiana to North Dakota to Illinois State played UC Davis in California. Then they had to drive all the way back across the country to go to Villanova, who they beat, and then they're going to the championship against Montana State, and so they're all the way up in Montana. And when you're FCS, you have to drive, and so I just
wow,
thought that was like completely ridiculous. And
I wonder who pays for that.
I have no idea, but
is that the school or is that the NCAA? I would assume it's the NCAA. Yeah, it's a lot of gas.
And then I guess I kind of had two more, but the Duke head football coach, Manny Diaz, before the Tony the Tiger Bowl, was in the hotel playing ukulele with a mariachi band. I just saw a video of it, and I was I didn't know like what was going on. I think it was in the hotel or something, but they're just playing in front of this giant like Tony the Tiger sign. And that's the other thing is bowl games are just ridiculous. The Pop-Tart Bowl was crazy. I saw a Pop-Tart mascot doing 6'7".
I saw that.
Shout out to BYU.
Yeah, you better hold on to some of these mascot picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, shoot.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So let's
big three.
I got one more. I got a little quiz for you guys first.
Great.
Great. And I didn't want to prep you for any of this. So in honor of Myles Garrett, probably going to win the Defensive Player of the Year, especially if he breaks the record for sacks. I would say he's definitely leading the conversation. I'm sure there's a couple others that people could make an argument for, but anytime you break a record that is as big as the sack record, then we gotta put that out there. So here's what I wanted to do for you guys. Let's do this. How many Defensive Player of the Year can you name in 5 minutes?
Oh, okay.
All right. Hold on. I got to. And you have some hints up there. You have their number and the team they played for.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this goes back to, I believe, when they started awarding
1971.
1971.
That's a purple people eater back there.
That was a purple people eater. That's right. All right. Let's see. 5 minutes on the board. Go.
All right.
PS2.
Surtain. Got it.
Myles Garrett, obviously.
Garrett.
Nick Bosa.
Bosa.
TJ Watt.
Watt.
Aaron Donald.
Here, I'll even save you guys some time. I'll put in Watt. That'll take up.
Aaron Donald.
Donald. Good one.
Stephon Gilmore.
Gilmore Academy.
All right. DN for Oakland. Is that
Luke Kuechly for 2013?
Yeah, Luke Kuechly.
Oh, I'm definitely going to butcher this name.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's how you spell it.
I just added one extra E. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And I know the Oakland one. All right. Can you scroll down a little?
Yeah.
55 linebacker. What? Ray Lewis wore 52.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you that one.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
Ray Lewis will still be on there.
Twice.
Yep.
2-time winner.
Michael Strahan.
Strahan.
I see Troy Polamalu.
Polamalu. Got it. It took it. Whatever it was. Just mixed an O with an A. Good. Baltimore
Indiana
linebacker,
safety.
55.
I'm looking at. Is that Bob Jones? What's his name? Or Bob Sanders?
There we go.
Man.
Sanders. Oh, that also
we got a few Sanders there.
Got a Dion in there too.
Yeah.
All right, Tampa Bay line. Oh shoot. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
D tackle, is that for Tampa Bay? Is it
Reggie White?
No. Oh yeah, Reggie White.
Reggie White's.
Ray Lewis. Derek Brooks.
Brooks. Good.
Ed Reed. James Harrison. Terrell Suggs.
I'm letting Giovanni take over right now.
Khalil Mack.
That's who I was thinking
of. Warren Sapp.
That's I was thinking of Donald Penn for some reason.
2009 Green Bay cornerback, was also more probably renowned for his time with the Raiders, though.
Oh, Woodson.
Charles Woodson. I knew it. Lawrence Taylor.
You got two of them. Lawrence Taylor, LT.
There you go.
Lester Hayes.
That's a good pull.
Where are you pulling these ones out from?
With the Stickum.
Back in the 80s.
Dick Anderson.
Giovanni.
Joe Green.
Me and Joe Green. Oh, didn't take it.
Mike Singletary.
Green has an E on the end of it.
There you go.
Mike Singletary. Keith Millard.
1 minute left.
Keith Millard. Bruce Smith. Pat Swilling.
Whoa, hold on now. Giovanni, what are you looking down at?
Yeah, Giovanni, this is getting out of hand.
Rod Woodson.
We already had Rod Woodson.
Okay.
We had Charles Woodson.
Bryce Pop.
I don't think Rod Woodson is on there.
Donna Stubblefield.
Listen, we still haven't got the Chicago linebacker number 54. Giovanni, if you look down,
Brian Yorksall.
Brian Urlacher.
Yes.
Did we say
Oh,
what's
jeez.
his name?
Shit.
I'm losing it now. Brother who played for the Jets.
Mel Blount.
Blunt. Yep. Mel Blunt.
Yes.
Did Jared Allen never win a Defensive Player of the Year?
No, he didn't. No.
All right.
Alan
Time's up,
Oh.
boys.
Well,
oh my God.
let's think about were he cheap?
Jack Lambert.
Lambert.
Yeah.
I
I could have got that
Alan
one.
Page.
Alan Page. He's pretty good.
Wow.
I wouldn't have got some of these either. I think I could have got a lot of them. You know, your legendary guys: Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White, Mike Singletary. Mel Blunt, maybe Mean Joe Green.
Okay.
But
I was just happy that I got.
I
Sanders.
probably could have got through 1998. That's about when I started watching football. Let's be honest.
I think we got most of the way there without
Holy cow.
looking down at anything.
You know,
nah.
I think we could have if we would have taken our time and done it. We would have at least got
44 is not bad.
44 out of 54 isn't terrible.
Yep.
So
yeah.
I like the
big
quizzes.
3.
I like the quizzes too. We'll have to do those more often.
We gotta do my dad's favorite NBA players.
How am I supposed to know who your dad's favorite NBA players are?
My MJ.
Man, Coop, you got it.
I'm good at NBA is my sport, so I think I'm okay with that.
Well,
trivia.
man, Coop, you
I know. Well, hold on now.
Yeah,
do you mean step up or look down? Because I don't know what Giovanni was looking at.
We did step up.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Big 3.
All right. Yeah. Let's do big 3. I have no clue what the order is here. I believe this was Giovanni's pick, so that means he's in the middle. So
I believe Kubu is first.
Okay.
No, more is okay.
What was the last one?
Last one was 4v4 basketball game.
So that was mine. So I'll be last. Yep. Cooper's first.
Yep,
So
Kubu, you go.
I don't remember. Did we have any distinctions if it was
I think this is like
pro,
it wasn't college football. It was just NBA, NFL, all the stuff. But not
everything.
Football.
Not college football.
Not college football.
Okay, so pro sports.
Yes.
Okay. Oh boy.
Okay.
That changed.
That eliminated.
That changed a lot of my list.
Yeah, because I know you didn't want to do college football mascots. So
okay. All right.
And then that eliminated my other question, which was, are we counting live mascots? Which is mostly college. So
it passed.
Mostly, yeah.
Mascots.
Oof.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, your turn. Let's go.
So I'm number 1. I'm
big pick.
I'm gonna have to take with the number 1 overall pick. Give me the Philly Fanatic. I think he just has so many iconic moments. Even when you're not at the game to see him. You see the clips online of him. Bless you. Whatever it may be.
Bless you.
If that was a cough or a sneeze, whatever.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
I appreciate your blessings.
You see him, dancing on the field with security guards or running into the broadcast booth and pouring popcorn on John Kruk or whatever it is. But
right.
I think that's just my number 1 pick right there.
Okay. I like that.
Okay.
Moving on to Giovanni in the middle.
Giovanni, number 1 mascot, pro mascot of all time.
I'm gonna go KC Wolf.
Okay, the KC Wolf.
Yeah.
That is a pretty epic one. Shoot, we could have done like NFL super fans too.
Oh, that would be crazy.
It'll be.
There's some
another time.
There's a guy who's serving like for felony like bank robbery charges for the Kansas City.
The Chiefsaholic.
Chiefsaholic. Yeah.
Dude,
it's a wild.
The Chiefs went downfall since his arrest.
That was a wild story. All right, so I am gonna go with these two are my childhood, and I'm gonna take this from NBA Jam because these were cheat codes you could enter and you could become these people. I'm gonna go with Benny the Bull.
Okay,
from Chicago.
That's a good one. That's
and then I'm also going to go with the Phoenix Suns Gorilla.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
From back in the day.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
All right. Back to Giovanni in the middle.
Yep.
Okay. Get me Mr. and Mrs. Met of the New York Mets.
Wait, you got both of them there?
Well, I thought that's a duo.
Okay. That's fine.
Do they? I think they come as a package deal.
Their package deal?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That. So am I going and turning it around?
Turn it around.
Yeah.
You got two here.
Okay, give me Slider with the Guardians or the
Yeah,
Indians,
I love that.
whichever way. I like Slider. And oof. Give me Sir Purr for the Carolina Panthers.
All right.
Infamous for downing a live ball in the end zone. That was a crazy moment of him.
I love that.
All right, Giovanni back in the middle.
All right. Get me give me Chomps of the Cleveland Browns.
Chomps?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, this one's gonna be tough then. Shoot. Why don't you give me see, you completely wrecked me when you went away from NCAA. I had a big long list. Let's go with the and I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but let's go with the Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets.
I like that.
The little Hornet guy.
Yeah, that's right.
But we're talking like early 2000s, 90s Hornet guy.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. He was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that he is crazy. Yeah.
I'll have to see if I can figure out what his name was.
Hugo? Is that his name?
I think that's
Hugo the Hornet?
I think you're right. I couldn't think of it off the top of my head.
If I'm not, I think that's his name.
Yeah, Hugo the Hornet.
Okay. See, look at me. That got my knowledge.
There you go. Gavin, put respect on his name.
Yes, please.
All right. So
anyway,
Cooper, you took Philly Fanatics, the Philly Fanatic, and then you also took
Slider,
and who else?
Sir Purr.
Sir Purr.
And I picked Casey Wolf, Chomps, and Mr. and Mrs. Matt.
Chomps,
Mr. and Mrs. Matt, and then Casey Wolf.
And then I took
Sons Gorilla, Benny the Bull, and Hugo the Hornet.
See if we can get this in here for the chat to vote on.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see here.
All right, guys, let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the chat, guys.
Let us know what you think. Cooper, Philly Fanatics, Slider, and Sir Purr, while Giovanni had Mr. and Mrs. Met, Casey Wolf, Chomps, and then I had Phoenix Gorilla, Hugo Hornet, and Benny the Bull. All right, guys.
NBA.
Let's NBA it up for a little bit. Let you guys shine.
All right. Cam Johnson is out 4 to 6 weeks with a right knee hypertension injury. Spurs beat Oklahoma City for the third time in 3 weeks. Austin Reeves is out 4+ weeks with a gastroenteric strain, so that means a part of a calf. NBA Christmas Day games didn't disappoint us. Giannis Antetokounmpo scored and a fight happened at the end of the game. Oklahoma City is still great. SGA still lethal motion. And Russell Westbrook passes Magic Johnson in career assists.
Yeah, that was a pretty. We got to take some time for Victor Wembanyama and Nikola Jokic.
Oh yeah, and Wemby is phenomenal.
I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast that there are some guys that are starting to make an MVP push, and between those two, it is absurd the numbers that they are putting up. I mean, Christmas Day, Jokic put up like 54 and
I think it was 56.
Yeah.
50,
but
it was
still,
54.
he put up a huge performance.
An enormous triple-double. I mean, just an absurd number.
Wow.
You know, we've kind of gone away from these large point totals. And you've seen like the scoring champion, usually the average points has gone down from, you know, when LeBron and Michael Jordan were doing it and they were up in near 30, it's gone down closer to like 28, 27. Because there are other stats that they're worried about. And like, there's so many other guys on the team that can score, and, you know, there are more games, so there's more chance for that average to come down. But like, when you start racking up 54 points and 20 rebounds and 15 assists, I mean, I was very impressed. But then, you know, like to top that off, you go over to Victor Wembanyama, and he is just an alien. I mean, he hits a pump fake and just does a 1-2 step and throws down a tomahawk dunk. I mean,
he can, nuts.
He can get to the hoop without even dribbling. It's just insane. Go ahead, Giovanni. What did you have to say?
Giovanni, chef the news. NBA suspending New Orleans Pelicans guard Jose Alvarado for 2 games, and Suns center Mark Williams for 1 game after the on-court fight on Saturday night.
That was a wild fight, and I still don't even know what happened, to be honest with you. I mean, I know what happened, but Alvarado was like arguing with the ref and then just turned around and started punching the guy. And I was just like,
he was swinging.
Literally,
he was angry, obviously.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And you know, you do the whole butt tap thing, and that's a thing in the NBA.
Or the love tap.
Right. And if you go back and you watch like Dennis Rodman and Karl Malone, or, you know, those guys who would just get in each other's brains and they'd start tapping each other's butts. I think we talked about this with like the helmet pats in the NFL, that kind of thing. It looks harmless, but at the same time, I think like there's an underlying message that's unwritten in those pro sports that, hey, don't do that. And when you do that, your stuff's going to happen. So,
all right, I want to talk about Cavs.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Cavs.
Well, honestly, I think it was an okay week. Christmas Day game, first time in 9 years. Honestly, it was so disappointing. We blew it 2 times versus the Knicks, and we got killed by the Rockets last night. I don't know what's happening. We are 17-16.
Yeah, I think that they're finally at a point now where we can kind of like put our hand on the panic button.
Yeah.
I know that we're only about 33 games into the season.
Yeah.
But like our point differential is only at a plus 1.7. You know, it's just not looking like they're the team that they were last year.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm concerned in a sense. You know, the team that was out there last year was able to compete with everybody. And I will say that they are competing, but they're losing leads. And I think that's what the most concerning for me. You look at the Christmas Day game and it's just, you know, they choked it away.
Well, yeah. Yep. All right, college basketball, Coop.
Well, I had a few more things I wanted to talk about with the NBA. And, you know, we're talking about MVP push, and there's a few players that I think not a lot of people are talking about. Tyrese Maxey is 3rd in the league in scoring. He's averaging 30 a game.
Mm-hmm.
He's killing it. I mean, he's one of those names you have to throw out there, but I think Nikola Jokic, with the amount of everything that he's doing for his team, is just ridiculous as always. But
he's a center and he's leading the league in assists.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's insane.
But I mean, and you look at who's around him. It's like Cade Cunningham, who is another big point guard, but is nowhere like the difference is like just it's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, you look at the top 5 in the major categories, and Jokic is number 5 in scoring, but he's only off by maybe 1 or 2 points. You look at rebounds, he's leading that by a full rebound. And then with assists, he's leading that by almost 2 assists. So it's pretty insane that he's at this current moment. And I know there's still a lot to go. there's a lot to say, but like he's averaging a triple-double as a center.
Benny the Bull, thanks, Golfy.
Yeah, but as a center, like think about that.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
like when I was growing up, like the player you wanted to be on Create a Player, or the guy you idolized or wanted to be based on who you were was a guard. You wanted to be your Kobe, your LeBron, your Michael Jordan, your Tracy McGrady, to throw out some names. You didn't want to be Shaq. No one wanted. You wanted to be Shaq if you were like really tall. That was about it.
Yeah.
But like nobody's built like Shaq. So like you finally get a guy that's built like Shaq, but he can pass like crazy. They run the offense through him, and he's still, even though he's the facilitator, he's still pulling down 12 and a half rebounds a game. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So
and then you talked about the major, the leaders of the major categories, but then it gets kind of crazy when you look at like blocks per game. Huge shout out to Jay Huff for averaging 2.4 blocks per game, because he's someone who I've watched when he played with Memphis. He's reverse dunking everything. He's just a tall guy for them. He can shoot too. And like the blocks per game category, Jay Huff, Alex Sarr, who everyone had written off as a bust, is actually a pretty good defensive piece for the Wizards. Isaiah Stewart for the Pistons. And then the rookie Ryan Kalkbrenner for the Hornets, who the Hornets have a ridiculous just rookie squad going on with him and Con Knipple.
Mm-hmm.
Con Knipple he's a lights out shooter.
Yep, he's up there
nice
with field goal percentage and 3-point percentage.
Yeah, I mean it's just crazy. And then steals per game, you got Dyson Daniels, who's second, who he was first last year, who he's incredible. Kaysen Wallace is first, and then Tyrese Maxey, who's also one of the best scorers in the league, he's nice on defense too. So I don't know, man. It's a kind of a crazy spread for all these stats leaders, and we're seeing a lot more like specialists come out, except for Jokic, who's just good at everything.
And Wembanyama, who's also, he's a defensive and offensive specialist. And
well, yeah, and when you're him and you're 7'6" and you can shoot one-legged threes, like you're probably going to end up doing everything.
Yeah.
So
and I think that I think that the push is going to come down to those two for MVP. But yeah, it's pretty insane. It's pretty insane.
Yeah,
it is insane. I don't care. I don't know Wemby stats for blocks per game, but I am always seeing clips of him blocking shots ridiculous.
Yeah,
yeah. He's an alien, man. He's just built different.
And I just saw a video of my favorite player, Steven Adams, who's still getting up there, and he's old. I just saw him snatching a shot the other day. All right.
Yeah, we know.
But
you would have picked him over Michael Jordan.
All right. That was 2 weeks ago.
Back to that, but yeah, I do like Steven Adams.
But, I didn't say I didn't like Steven Adams. I like Steven Adams too. If I was building a 4-on-4 team, I probably wouldn't put Steven Adams over Michael Jordan. Just
all right.
If we have Fiscal Fontaine in here again, then we cannot say it again.
I'm sure you heard about that for a while.
Oh yeah, he was unhappy. Yeah, he was like, "What are you doing? You're not picking Michael Jordan."
Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah. But college basketball, we got some. We're really seeing some separation, right, from the good teams and the really good teams. Some legit teams that I think we need to watch out for. Tulsa right now, 12-1. That could be pretty big going into the tournament. They're on a 9-game win streak. Absolute tear.
Okay.
The A10 is looking like a powerhouse conference. I mean, there's always like one good team coming out of there, but right now they have 4 teams with over 10 wins, and that's George Mason, St. Louis, St. Bonaventure, and Richmond. George Mason has been known to go on the occasional Cinderella run. They had a really good one in the early 2000s, if I'm not mistaken. And St. Louis has been good for the past few years. So ACC, Cal is a wagon right now.
Mm-hmm.
UNC is good. Duke is good still. I mean, as you'd expect from all the Blue Buds.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have a lot of these teams who are in the tournament just balling out. Big 12 is really good as well. Like Arizona, Iowa State, BYU. AJ DeBanza at BYU. He's looking nice.
Houston.
Houston to
Yep.
Oklahoma State. When you get to the power conferences in college basketball, they're all going to be really good. That's going to be the majority of the teams that you see going into the tournament.
Yeah, it's definitely not football. It's definitely not where if you're a blue blood, you're in the top 5 and you're always in the top 5. There's definitely some teams. I mean, blue blood is such a weird word in college basketball now too, because like I would debate saying that Arizona is a blue blood for basketball. The number of guys that they've produced.
That's not the name that pops out when you think of.
It's not Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky. I would say that Arizona is a blue blood. I mean, at this point, like Michigan's had some down years, but Michigan traditionally has been good at basketball. So like Michigan is a blue blood. UConn, we already knew that. We already knew they were a blue blood.
And they're good this year too. Yeah. They're also looking good.
BYU, they're teams. It's definitely more spread out, and it is exciting seeing those teams that you mentioned at the top of the segment, because like you go into the tournament and they don't get any love when it comes to rankings, but when you put them into the tournament, it doesn't matter, and they still show up. Now they don't get any love because of their strength of schedule, but that doesn't mean they're not good.
Yeah, and that's the thing with basketball is you got guys who they want to play the game. They're playing every game like it's their last game they're ever going to play because they love playing basketball.
Well, and a lot of times they're seniors, they're seniors, not freshmen. They're 22 years old, not 18 years old. They have been around. Yeah, these are the guys that have really been schooled up on how to play college basketball, not necessarily, hey, let's just go be a freak athlete. Roll the ball out on the floor. Let's go play some basketball kind of thing.
Yeah, and that always, to me, the one of the best ones is Oakland from whenever it was last year, 2 years ago. That kid, Jack Golke, they're interviewing him, and he's like, I'm not going to the NBA, and I know I'm not going to the NBA. He's like, I'm probably going to be an accountant, but I want to play basketball.
I just want to pull the trigger from 50 feet.
Yeah.
And he did really good at it. Yeah.
He was nice.
That was crazy. That was a crazy run. I love that. I love those stories where it's just one guy can absolutely dominate a game. It's crazy.
So well, but coming out of the Big Sky, Northern Colorado, 10-3. That could be one to watch. High Point is still on fire. They were really good last year. That was one.
They were one that we talked about last year going into the tournament.
Yeah, I think people were.
What about St. John?
St. John. Oh, I'm getting there. I'm just like running through. I just go on college basketball. I just go through every conference.
I got you. Cooper Flag is great exception to that rule. He's an absolute demon.
Yeah, he
is.
That's true.
He is very good.
And he's been on a tear. He's been on a tear in the NBA too.
Yeah, going back to the NBA, he's lived up to the hype. For sure.
A bit of a slow start. I think at the beginning of the season, I would have said that the best rookie was VJ Edgecombe, who's still really good. Don't get me wrong, but Cooper Flag has like just caught fire.
And he is cooking so hard.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. I will say, I'll agree that he is kind of, but at the same time, he would fall into that category for me of he's just a freak athlete. Like you're not going to go find any of those kind of guys on your St. Bonaventure or Loyola or anything like that.
Whatever it may be.
But those teams make the Elite Eight somehow, even without Cooper Flags. You know what I'm saying? It's like they appreciate the game, how to play the game.
And that's where I think a lot of times it comes down to coaching staff. Is the staff knows how to win.
Right.
But
and then the ultimate ones are the coaches who can do both. Yeah.
They bring in the talent. They have those guys who are
only 19 years old, by the way.
If you've seen the stat comparisons, it's like most games with 30 or more points under the age of 20. It's like LeBron, Cooper Flag. It's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But Big Ten, Michigan is looking really good. Nebraska is really good.
Purdue.
Michigan State. Yeah, Purdue. Michigan State's back on it. Like they've had a few maybe down years, but
he's one of those ones that it comes into the coaching. I mean, it's
imagine me, Cooper, Giovanni going to the NBA in 3-4.
Years, I think he's
Years.
years.
Yes. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that would
yeah.
be ridiculous when you're thinking about it.
Well, on top of
we
that,
have to go to college.
what's more crazy, that or me going and playing a full game like LeBron?
Or you could coach
in 3 or 4 years.
And I think what else is crazy is not only is Cooper Flagg, like, he's only 3 or 4 years older than us, he's probably younger than some kids that are playing high school sports.
Right.
Like, there are probably kids who are getting reclassed and that are still playing.
Right.
I don't want to call, actually, I am going to call someone out.
Okay.
Brayton Feaster at Archbishop Hoban. That dude is like 20 years old with full tattoos, and he just got I think before the season started, he got reclassified again, and him and his brother
LeBron
are.
did his first straight of high school.
Yeah, that's true.
There were a lot of
It's
guys that went
true.
straight from high
Dwight
school.
Howard.
Like Kobe.
Dwight Howard was the last one. So
J.R. Smith, maybe. Yeah.
There was a lot. Uh-oh.
Yep. Anyway.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Big West Conference. It's not going to be UC San Diego. I mean, it could be. That was the team I really liked last year. But Hawaii is also looking really good this year so far. University of North Carolina, Wilmington, 11-2. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing right now in each conference is a team that has over 10 wins that are it's like you have, some good teams in each conference, and then you have that one team that is a step above. They're kind of showing themselves to be the conference champion, going to get the bid to the tournament. Liberty is looking good in Conference USA. The Horizon League is kind of settling in a little bit. It's probably going to be Robert Morris coming out of there, but Youngstown State always has a chance. I mean, they're a pretty good school for basketball. Yale and Columbia.
Cleveland State, Butler.
Well, Cleveland State's kind of been on a stinker this year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went downhill, I'd say about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Never looked good.
But in the Ivy League's looking pretty strong with Yale and Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
Columbia's got 10-3 right now. Yale 11-1. So that's gonna be dope.
Update on the Bears 49ers game. Caleb Williams rolls right on a play action long pass. I'd say about 25 yards to Colson Loveland in the end zone. Offsides on the 49ers. Touchdown.
I think that's Loveland's first touchdown of his career.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a lot there. They're pumped on the sideline. I take it back. That was 35 yards. So yeah, they had a free play. Somebody jumped off sides. So he rolls right, looks the back of the end zone, just uncorked it on a dime, right in the pocket, and touchdown. So game's tied at 21 apiece between the Bears and the 49ers, which again this is a big game in a sense of, who's going to end up being the
number one seed.
The seedings. Yeah, for the 49ers it's even more, but yes, with the Seahawks, the Seahawks lost today, right?
No, they won.
They won.
Yeah, they won.
It's still up for grabs per se. I don't know if they would have to lose next week and Chicago would have to win, but
anyway,
there is still a path.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Anyway.
Yeah, here's what I think. I think there's so many college basketball conferences because there's no FBS or FCS. So that's why I'm kind of taking forever. But Mid-Eastern Conference, it's looking like Howard. They're not a very good conference, if I'm being honest. The MAC, Miami of Ohio is undefeated right now.
Wow.
They're looking pretty legit. And Buffalo's good. Kent State 10-2. Bowling Green 10-3. MAC might have some competition going into the tournament this year. They might be able to stick it up against some of the big dogs. Missouri Valley Conference is looking good too. Belmont, Illinois State, who is also going to the FCS football championship. If you think about it, they got a chance to go football champs and basketball champs if they keep playing like they're playing. Murray State's looking good if they want to make it back to the tournament. There's a lot of good teams in the Missouri Valley Conference. It's kind of up and down sometimes. Drake's made the tournament more recently. Mountain West, it's Utah State, New Mexico. On top of that, Northeastern Conference is just not good at all. I'm not gonna lie. Central Connecticut currently has the best record, but they haven't even started conference play. Ohio Valley, UT Martin looks pretty good this year. I've watched a few of their games.
Yeah, I was just saying, you're reaching now, man. You're reaching.
Yeah, no one really cares, but
you're reaching.
Patriot League is probably going to be Navy coming out of there. SEC, they're looking just all the teams in there are killing it. Vanderbilt, Georgia, LSU's looking good like they always have. Missouri's good. I mean,
they usually are. I mean, the SEC is usually, I would say, in the last 10 years has been very dominant.
Yeah, SEC, Big Ten,
Alabama, Auburn, yeah. ACC.
Yeah, ACC always, especially in basketball with the ACC. There's not too much else of.
Colson Loveland has now 5 touchdowns this season. If I did track my stat correctly,
Giovanni, that's all right. It's not about being right, so don't
worry
about
it.
Confident. Yep.
You sounded very confident.
Yeah.
Nothing much of big to talk about college basketball.
No.
St. Thomas in Minnesota's they're fine.
There's a shout out.
Gonzaga, St. Mary's, Seattle's looking good. That's about it. I didn't really have anything else.
No, that's all right.
I was just running through like conference leaders. Most of the conferences hasn't even gotten to in-conference play yet, so we don't have great judges of who's going to the tournament or who's getting the bid or whatever it may be. But as always, I love March Madness. I think it's going to be a great year.
Yeah,
I do think that this year it's going to be more spread out. Like I could see more teams being, especially with like transfer portal and stuff. And basketball, that's definitely I think basketball would be bigger effect than football. So,
yeah. Okay.
All right, guys. You want to talk
college
football? A little bit about some college foosball.
Okay.
We could
so
do
many bowl games.
So many bowl games. We'll get into that for sure. We'll break. I don't think we necessarily need to break all those down. I would say that the Big Ten looks strong right now. Mm-hmm. I think they're 4-0 last I checked. And then they have 3 more teams getting ready to play here in the college football playoffs. But yeah, they're looking pretty strong. But what we'll do is we'll go through we'll go through the college football playoffs. Let's just chat about the college football playoffs a little bit, and then just break these down. What I did was I added kind of where the predictors are, so where everybody's leaning, at least with probably analytics. I would say that there's probably some betting odds in there and stuff like that too, where they're pulling some of these numbers from, and then also kind of their leaders, so that we have an idea of who to watch and who are the key factors in each of these games. So as we look at the first game that we're going to see here at the top of the bracket, I just kind of started at the top and worked my way down. We got Oregon and Texas Tech going up against each other. And I know when we spoke, Giovanni and I, we both said that we thought Oregon was probably going to win this game. According to ESPN, they would disagree that there's a 51% chance, but that's a pretty tight margin there. If you look at their stat leaders, they have the edge at quarterback. But other than that, I would say that Texas Tech has the edge as far as number one receiver and running back. The big thing that I have heard about Texas Tech is that their defense is stout and that they are supposed to be one of the best defenses in college football behind Ohio State. I mean, it's kind of been like a 1-2 all year. Yeah, like you mentioned, the senior captain Rodriguez. And with a mustache like that, I don't know how you could pick against them. See what Gavin.
I liked how all of the Oregon players had the picture taken in suits, while Texas Tech had just sweatshirts and New Jerseys.
Yeah. Now, I guess Oregon. I think they're donning like their mallard duck jerseys. Did you see any pictures of these jerseys that they're going to
They
wear?
always have crazy jerseys.
They look like so the numbers look like there's like a pattern, an inlaid, real subtle pattern that looks like feathers, and then they're like shiny, like a duck's head. I don't know. It's crazy how much money they sink into a jersey that they only wear one time. It's just crazy. I know it's Nike, and Nike has the money to do that kind of stuff. But yeah, I would say that this is going to be a must-watch game. I think that all the college football games are must-watch, but this is one that's going to come down to the wire. I think Oregon, being at home, well, not really a home game. I think Oregon has the advantage here, in my opinion. I disagree with what ESPN says. I think that Oregon has proven that they are one of the top teams all year. Went toe-to-toe with Indiana. But I see this being a low-scoring affair and probably being being close to the under, whatever that number is. The over-under is at 52.5 points. I know that you guys are way too young to do any kind of betting, but usually that's where everybody says this is how many points are going to be scored. And so that's pretty high. I could see that number being a lot lower with how good these two defenses are. So I'm very interested in this game, but I'm going to go with Oregon in this game.
We already did the predictions. I still got Oregon.
Yeah.
I didn't do any predictions because I was hearing last.
No, you didn't.
I think it will be a close one. I gotta go with Texas Tech because of the defense. I think the defense
and Jacob Rodriguez.
Yeah, I do think that this is one that's like really close, and
you can see it going either way.
I could see it going either way. If the game is close at the end, that's going to be the telltale sign. But so the game's at Hard Rock Stadium, Miami Dolphins Stadium. So both teams are on the road. Let's just put it that way. Both teams are traveling quite far. So.
Sure.
Okay. Next game to watch, Alabama and Indiana, and they're not giving Alabama much of a shot at all. I mean, you have your Heisman champion, trophy winner, and Fernando Mendoza, which I'd like to congratulate on getting drafted by the Raiders. I'd like to be the first one to announce that. Because they stink on ice, and
Giants still cannot. The Giants still purposely won.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I could say that. No, we're probably not even going to talk about that game much because there's not much to talk about. But yeah, they definitely threw that game. They basically told Max Crosby to go get surgery because you're not playing.
Yeah.
And
anyway.
Yeah. So
wow. Okay.
Yeah, I just think that he'll be a Raider next year.
Yeah, Mendoza, congrats.
With him and Ashton Genty in the backfield, it'll be pretty interesting.
Yeah, we'll be back on here in April and congratulating Mendoza on getting selected by the Raiders.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. But, I think Alabama has maybe a little more of a chance of what they're giving him. I think Ty Simpson has a strap. I mean, 3,500 passing yards is pretty legit.
Yeah.
But I still think I have Indiana.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, I think I overall what I was impressed with the most was the coaching and the defense. It wasn't necessarily Mendoza that impressed me in the Ohio State, like the Big Ten championship game. It was the fact that they could hold Ohio State to a point where they could keep the game close. And that's obviously the recipe for a victory there, is keep the game close, win it in the end. Because if you let Ohio State, hit second or third gear, you're not catching them. But yeah, in this sense, I would say that I completely agree with you, Cooper. I think that 28% probably is too low for Alabama. I think that what they did against Texas, not Texas.
Indiana.
No, who did they play last week?
Oh, shoot. I forgot already.
Alabama played Oklahoma, right?
Yeah, Oklahoma. That's right. That's right.
So what they did was impressive. Yeah. So we'll see. I think that Alabama probably deserves like a 35% chance. But I still Ty Simpson seeing ghosts against Georgia. I don't know. Didn't look good against Auburn. I don't know. I have questions about Ty Simpson. So yeah. And
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with Indiana here as well. So
yeah, I still got Indy.
Indiana. Yeah.
Yep. Georgia Ole Miss.
Georgia Ole Miss. I think this is where Ole Miss kind of runs out of juice. Could I see them winning? Yes.
No. Me personally, no.
I could. I think that it's not all Lane Kiffin, and I think that this team is out here to prove that they deserve to be in this playoff despite their coach. But I just think Georgia. I think Georgia's the second best team in this. I think that they're better than Indiana, in my opinion. But
yeah, I got Georgia still.
Yeah, I'm liking the favorites.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think overall Georgia's probably a better team, but I really like Ole Miss's like rushing attack. That's one of the ones where it's like, it'll be a good game for sure. But I got Georgia walking out of there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what this guy has to say. I don't have the graphic right now, but I sent it to Coop. But Indiana's talent by
I don't have the graphic.
recruit star players is very similar to that of James Madison and Tulane.
Yeah, he sent me this.
Obviously, that didn't mean much, but it's still a cool stat.
Yeah. So they are a well-recruited school. We've said Kirk Cignetti is doing something.
The graphic is comparing it to other schools. So it's got like 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars.
Okay.
And you look at Georgia has 13 5 stars, 57 4 stars, and 23 3 stars. Meanwhile, a team like Indiana or Tulane has 0 5 stars, 5 4 stars, and 68 3 stars. Indiana has 0 5 stars, 7 4 stars, 55 3 stars. So based off of star rankings, each team is ranking. Georgia as number 1 out of whatever mathematic formula. Alabama 2, Ohio State 3, Oregon 5, Texas A&M 8, Oklahoma 14, Miami 15, Ole Miss 21, Texas Tech 29. And so this is where it kind of takes a jump. And this is everyone in the playoffs. Tulane ranked number 68, Indiana ranked number 72, James Madison 127th.
Okay. So they're just at the bottom.
Yeah, and out of all the teams in the playoffs, Indiana is not the best based off of star rankings, not the best recruited. But you have to think they probably, because they're so low in that, yet they're still the number 2 team in the country. Number 72 based off of recruiting, number 2 based off their actual performance.
Right.
They see something in these unranked, no star kids that obviously the other teams aren't seeing. But it's a pretty cool graphic.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Now that is something interesting to think about when you look at it. Ultimately, that he's coached those guys up and they're grinding for him, even though they're not 5 stars.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and that brings us to our last one. World famous Buckeyes. So Miami is like everything I've seen on the internet, Miami's frothing at the mouth for this game.
Oh my gosh.
They want revenge for 2003 and whatever that was. And anytime you get into a playoff situation, I think this is kind of like the college basketball, brackets and stuff. Like anything can happen. I mean, anything can happen. But this is definitely this is the most lopsided of the games. Am I right?
Yeah.
Are they giving them the least amount? No, Alabama has less. So
Alabama has less.
But I would say that if you look at Jimmy's versus Joe's, Ohio State has the dudes, man. It's in every category they're just dominating. And I mean, here's the thing with rushing yards. I know Bo Jackson has kind of pulled himself away as the true number one at Ohio State in the running back category. But I mean, that's a four-headed monster. At any time they could roll somebody off the sideline and just put them in, and they could do just as well as Bo Jackson is doing. He's just been the most consistent, and he seems to fit kind of the mold the best. But as I go through these, and I'm looking at them, like there's very few guys in these last four games that have better passing yardage than Julian Sain, or touchdown to interception ratio, that have better rushing stats, that have better receiving stats than Jeremiah Smith, sack total than Caden Curry. I'm looking at these, between those two teams. Lacey from Ole Miss has more rushing yards. I feel like Ole Miss always has a good rusher. But yeah, as I go through these, it's just like Ohio State just absolutely dominated all year. And I know a lot of people will probably watch this and say, well, yeah, they play a cupcake schedule. And I tend to disagree. I think that the Big Ten, and proven in these bowl games, has been a pretty good conference. But then you'll also get the argument that, no one plays in these bowl games anymore because, if they're any good and they're going to go pro, they're going to sit out and not play. So I don't know. Anyway, talking about this, Ohio State, I think they are far and above the better team. I don't think it's close.
Yeah, really. I got Ohio State.
But I do. What scares me is Carson Beck. And I think that somewhere deep down, he's got a game where he could make magic happen. And I just don't want it to be against Ohio State. Let's just put it that way.
I mean, for as much as the numbers show, like he doesn't have a great touchdown to interception ratio, especially when compared to Julian Sain, who's also more efficient in that regard. He can still sling it. He has 3,000 passing yards on the season. He's still a legit
probably get drafted in the first two rounds as a quarterback, which is pretty good. I mean, he will be a starter in the NFL at some point. Just putting that out there. What I'll also say, though, is Ohio State is at AT&T Stadium has just absolutely owned it. So that makes me feel a little bit better. So I don't know. Right now they have Ohio State winning by 9.5 points is what they're projecting. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
Okay.
But yeah, I got Ohio State. Cooper, I think you had Ohio State too.
Yeah.
I know you didn't
got Ohio State.
But I know ultimately when we did that graphic last week that you said you could see a Big Ten rematch. So
yeah, I would agree.
So that's what we're looking at there. As far as schedule, let me pull that up real quick. In the upcoming days, we got Alabama is going to play Friday. Alabama, Oklahoma. I'm sorry, they already played. Hold on, let me rewind that. Ohio State is going to play first. That is a standalone game on Wednesday. And then Thursday, there's 3 games, New Year's Day games. And that's going to be the other 3 that we just got done talking about. And so we will probably meet again before the semifinal game and the championship. So
okay, good deal.
Good deal. Sound good?
Good deal.
Sound good.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the NFL here.
NFL it up.
Let's NFL it up. The first question I had for you guys is, let's see here. Giovanni, because I'm not going to give this one to Cooper. Which team surprises you the most that they're not going to make the playoffs? Going into this year, if you remember the conversations that we had, which team surprises you the most?
We'll get into the Lions in a minute, but I'm going to go with the Lions because I know Jared Goff and Jahmyr Gibbs were amazing, but other than that, Dan Campbell, didn't have Ben Johnson. I mean, Ben Johnson can't be there every single season, but I'm gonna have to go with the Lions.
Yeah, I think the Lions had a roller coaster of a year. I think that they were good, they were bad, they were good, they were bad, they were good, they were bad. Started off with number 1, Cooper, with Green Bay?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's crazy to me is my biggest worry in game 1 has stayed true throughout the whole year, which to me was the offensive line did not look very good. And we didn't get to talk about it because A, I wasn't there, but B, when we did it on, you guys did it on Saturday before the NFL, but against the Steelers, the Lions played 3 different centers, which is like
many studs on the Lions.
Isaac Tesla. I mean, he is so. Oh my gosh! Every week I watch him and I'm baffled.
He's a new favorite player, right?
Yeah,
he really is.
Which is, I mean, it's baffling that they lose to a team like the Steelers and then
the Steelers loses to a team like the Browns.
Right? And that's just.
Or you could again go back to the first week of the year. The Lions lose to the Packers, who have shown to be a good team, and then the Packers lose to the Browns.
Right.
And that is kind of how the whole season, has been for everyone, where everyone has lost to someone they shouldn't have, but then everyone's beating people who they should not have beaten. Like it's
crazy.
Is it the law of attrition that by some means the Browns should have been in the NFC, the number 1 seed last year?
Yeah. I don't know what it is, man.
I don't know.
Anyway. All right, Cooper, I'll give you this one. Which team surprises you the most? Now, the Ravens are going to be a big old question mark now, but it's still, I mean, they got to win it. Which one's the biggest surprise for you this year?
Well, if we go based off of preseason, I'm going to say the Chiefs. I knew they were going to have not as good of a year as they did last year, but I didn't think they would be eliminated as of 2 weeks ago they were eliminated. Like, I mean, that was week 14.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
I thought they would still week 15. I thought they would still be I thought the Broncos would hopefully be the division champs. I had faith in them at the beginning of the year. But I didn't think the Broncos were going to be as good as they were, beat down on the Chiefs, and the Chiefs were going to be as bad as they were. So I'll say the Chiefs, but I mean, even if we go based off of just middle of the season, AFC, I'm most surprised the Colts did not make it, and that now they're eliminated because they started off so strong, but they just crumbled.
I think I think if you would have asked me at week 5 or 6, if you would have said, going back to Giovanni's picks here too, if you would have said, okay, the Bucks aren't going to make the playoffs, I've been like, really? That's impressive, because they had such a strong start to the season.
Yeah, and that's a team where I thought they'd be in the NFC Championship against the Lions.
Right, and then same thing with
Chiefs.
Same thing with not with the Chiefs, with the Colts getting off to that, like you said, Giovanni, the 7-1 start. I think that was, to have just as epic of a collapse. I mean, from going 7-1 to going 1-7, you know what I mean? Like it was a complete flip of the season. Yeah,
that was not good.
No, it wasn't. So yeah, those were the tale of two halves of the season were between the Colts and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I would say. But yeah, I would probably say that the one that surprised me the most, probably getting left out of the playoffs, it's not the Bengals. I do think the Bengals are good, but I think with their defense,
the defense is bad.
And then any injury that happens on that offense, it's impossible. You need a full healthy offense in order to even compete. I mean, you saw it last year. They had to push all the way up till the last game of the season. And even then they had to rely on the Chiefs to beat the Broncos.
But they could not do it.
Well, they sat everybody. So it's like you're relying on a team who's already made the playoffs to then try hard to, take out a team that's not, it's not that big of a deal if they win or lose. So the Bengals doesn't surprise me. I think the one that surprised me the most is the Ravens, only because last year the Chiefs, it was the exact opposite. They won every close game they were in, and then in this case, this year they lost every close game they were in, and their luck kind of eventually and did run out. And then, but the Ravens, I mean, they're up. I mean, when you look at the AFC North, I mean, the Steelers were a giant question mark. Like, is Aaron Rodgers still have it? Is he any good? Is the defense healthy? Who's going to be their number one wide receiver? I know DK Metcalf ended up coming in, but even then they didn't use him like a true number one. They kind of like picked and chose the games where he was going to shine in. But yeah, that was, I would say the Ravens is my biggest surprise. Now they very well could, and that we could flip this and say the Steelers, but no, the Ravens having the season that they had was the biggest surprise to me. And I think that it's kind of the same situation as the Lions. It comes down to being healthy. I mean, you look at Lamar Jackson, just not really being 100% available for them. So, that's kind of where I'm sitting at between those teams there, that either they are or they aren't, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they should be in it, but they're not. So
yeah.
Well, all right, guys. We can cut it up here. Let's
prospective teams.
Let's talk our prospective teams. So
all right, I'll go first.
Go ahead, Giovanni.
All right, so shout out to the defense once again for that huge defensive performance against the Pittsburgh Squealers. So Shedeur Sanders, I think he was bad. A touchdown, 2 interceptions. Jerry Jeudy had a couple nice plays, but still he was okay, I guess. But anyway, I'm surprised that Miles didn't got the sack record today, which that is disappointing. But anyway, but shout out to the Browns defense for that huge stop on 4th down at the end of the game by Denzel Wood. Huge shout out to him.
Yeah, what were they thinking picking on the best defensive player outside of Myles Garrett? You know what I mean? Like go to at least one of these other rookies, or I'm just watching the 40. Yeah. This game is an absolute slugfest. It's 28-21.
Anyways, Shedeur Sanders, I think he is still going to be a quarterback for next year. I'm not going to be surprised about it. But anyways, so that's it. That's it for me.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that he had a subpar game. I don't think it was good by any means.
Yeah.
Bad pick. 2 bad picks.
How many deflected pass interceptions did we have?
Well, and I wonder if he's getting too easy to, his cadence and stuff, like where he sits in the pocket, tapping the ball, that kind of stuff. If they're finally watching enough film and they're picking up on that. But no, I don't think he had a great game. He did enough to keep them in the game, and the defense, like you said,
Joe Flacco, Joe Flacco
did amazing. But I will say this. I think from I watched the whole game. In the fourth quarter, they finally showed some urgency. But I'll say that the Steelers' offensive play calling was. I know that I got on Twitter X, and I was looking at some of the Pittsburgh stuff and like what they were saying. They were talking about how the refs had cooked the books and were cheating, and they want the game investigated. And I get it. You lost to the Browns. It's embarrassing. Take your L.
We still own them.
Take your L. But I will also say that their game plan was not to win that game, in my opinion. From what I watched, there was almost zero urgency to anything. Their game plan was to make sure Myles Garrett does not get the sack record against them. What are your guys' thoughts?
He still has another chance to break the record next week against the Bengals, but honestly, it was so disappointing not seeing Myles Garrett getting the record. But I still have the confidence for Myles Garrett to break the sack record next week.
Yeah, I was watching and I'm like, dude, they're not gonna let him get it, and it sucks because he's like the biggest overachiever because he plays for continuously one of the worst teams in the league, and he's one of if not the best defensive player in the league for years and years on end. Like right. He's super, super legit. He's going to get Defensive Player of the Year.
Right.
And
absolutely,
you have to think he's putting up these numbers while teams are continuously triple teaming him, trying to not let him get sacks, and he's still doing it. So,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I would agree in that the Steelers' game plan was don't let him get the record, especially not
Yeah.
on Mason Rudolph of all people. Like
It was to Aaron Rodgers though.
So I will say this too is like the Cleveland Browns defense is on the field a whole lot more than anybody else.
Yeah.
So there is that as far as doing it on a team like that. But here's why I will say, and I will stand by what I'm saying, is that the Steelers didn't play to win that game. They played to make sure Myles Garrett didn't break the record. Is because, do you know who has the record?
TJ Watt.
It's a tie between Michael Strahan and TJ Watt.
Yeah, I know that one.
So
is that
I could definitely see why the Steelers would want to make sure that record stands as long as possible.
I bet the Bengals O-line will give Myles 3 sacks next week because the Bengals O-line is so bad.
Is Joe Burrow even playing?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I'd bench him.
I would bench him too.
Put Jake Browning in. Let's get some Jake Browning
Joe
action.
Joe Flacco.
Or some Flacco magic.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Lions, Coop.
Go ahead, Cooper.
All right, so I'm gonna go back 2 weeks against the Packers, which is a game that the Lions should have won. We're not playing to their fullest extent. 0 for 2 on 4th down, which is not the Dan Campbell way. And then you go ahead and let the Packers convert 3 for 3.
Yeah.
It looked like an exact mirror across the middle. Both teams had about 350 yards, 230 passing yards, 120 rushing yards. Almost exactly 6 yards per play. Lions had 2 more first downs. They were better on 3rd down. Both teams ran the exact amount of total plays. But the Lions allowed 3 sacks, 2 punts, and had more penalties. It's like we're just not, and I'm sure a lot of this is because you have injured players. You're not running at maximum efficiency, and the only way that you can push to win is a 4th quarter drive under Jared Goff, who he's clutch, but it's like the team is not. They're just not living up to what they should be doing, and the injuries are just holding them back. And the Packers game, we should have won. I'll say that to keep us in it, but then,
it was Steelers actually.
Yeah, what am I talking about? What am I talking about the Packers?
I don't know, dude.
I'm so out of it, man. I'm so out of it with the Lions.
Listen, I know you're disappointed because the Lions are out.
Here's what I'll say.
Should have won that game too. The end of that game was ridiculous. I don't know
those refs, dude.
Yeah, the Steelers of all people should not be complaining.
I seriously lost it.
I'll try and be as unbiased as possible, but the second time I would agree with you that it was probably offensive pass interference. The first time, the first one with Amon-Ra running off to the right. I don't see an illegal pick getting set there. I didn't see that. I saw that I think it was Tesla got pushed into the guy.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know how you call something that ticky-tack.
Yeah, the refs are not good to the Lions. They got him cold.
Yeah.
The refs got cold.
I apologize for going on.
Sorry, I'm raging,
yeah,
guys.
Good.
But the Lions got cold. Oh, the refs are cold.
Right.
And again, I'm apologies for talking about the Packers game. I'm just out of it again. But the Vikings game, that was bad. That one was just
so
terrible.
Bad.
Six turnovers.
And Max Brosmer, what the heck?
Yeah, Max Brosmer just took a dookie on the Lions. I mean, 6 turnovers. I want to say Jared Goff got sacked like so many times. Offensive line was terrible. I mean, it was just not a good game. I want to say for our preseason predictions, I had the Lions go. What did I have them winning? 13 games, more than that.
Yeah, I think that we both. I think you and I both. I think I had him at 12.5, which would be you got to win
And
more
even
than
with the departure of Ben Johnson, I had faith in the team, but
right. It's
injuries,
definitely,
man.
and
The
that's what I
offensive
was.
line, you have all this talent. Amon-Ra
Yeah,
St. Brown, Jamison Williams, Isaac Tesla, Jameer Gibbs, David Montgomery. I mean, the list literally goes on, but they can't set anything up because there's no offensive line
right.
at all.
I feel
It's
bad for you. I feel bad.
Well,
but
yeah,
you
and
know,
here's what I'll say is that I just do not think that their offense ever got clicking. I know that they had some really big games where there were some really big moments, but I don't think that they ever like fully clicked. I just don't think that they ever brought it together. And you could just and I'll be honest with you, I'd compare them a lot to what the Bills look like right now after watching that game.
Yeah, that was
It's ugly.
ridiculous.
It's bad plays from guys you would have put up for MVP 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Like just not good football. It's just bad football. Something with offensive play calling or even the defense doesn't look good. And that's usually what like the Lions have been known for is their grit.
And the defense, even the Lions, you see the flashes on defense, but they just can't put it all together. So, it's like
I feel bad. I feel so bad.
That's fine. I've gotten to a point where I just have to shrug my shoulders and move on because
you'll be back. The Lions will be back.
Hopefully, we'll be back. I don't want to turn back into like the dark ages of my childhood where it was just you got Matt Stafford torching everyone.
By the way, Cooper, you are not still the same old Lions. You are not.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that's where I'm going is I just don't want to turn back to like Matt Stafford's torching everyone for 4,000 yards a season and we can only win 5 games in a year. But I think we will hopefully be able to bounce back once we get everyone healthy. That's always the hope, but
and hopefully you could keep recovering somehow.
Yeah, just don't know how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Broncos.
Well, it wasn't our best offensive performance, especially when you're beating a team that's so dilapidated as the Chiefs are. But I think that the Broncos are, I don't know. There's a lot that scares me going into the playoffs. I really think that we need that number 1 seed. I think that if we can make the AFC run through Denver, that's a big difference. I mean, getting teams to come out there and play in Denver is going to be a big problem as far as like elevation and altitude and all those things. But if they can't, that's what scares me is that we've had too many close games. We've had close games against good teams and, we've beaten teams that other teams haven't beaten. Like you look at today, and a lot of people are like, well, the Bills are still, that team and they're one of the favorites. I think they're number 4 as far as like what ESPN is saying to win the Super Bowl just because of their past and who their quarterback is and yada, yada, yada. But after watching today and them losing to Philadelphia, and they had multiple chances to score and just making bad decisions from the coaching, bad decisions from Josh Allen. They don't scare me. They lost to an Eagles team at home that the Broncos beat on the road. You know what I mean? Like that's where I'm like, okay.
Who wants to be good?
We can beat the Bills. We can beat. I think that we could beat. You give us another chance. Jacksonville scares me, but they turn the ball over a lot. So it's their defense is good. That's what I'll kind of put out there.
Nick Benito's great still.
Yeah, well, Denver's defense is, I still think, one of the top 5 in the NFL. Pittsburgh does not scare me. I don't fear Pittsburgh. I don't really fear the Ravens. Especially if Lamar can't be healthy.
What about Texans?
I can't see Lamar being good at altitude. I just don't think that he would work very well in cold Denver.
Yeah.
52-80.
The Texans do worry me. They're clicking on all cylinders right now. Their defense looks really good. The Chargers worry me only because we lost season and Justin Herbert just carved us up. But it was a last second play to win the game. It was a last second field goal, a walk-off field goal. So that was another one where it's like, was it the Broncos didn't play as well as they could have, or the Chargers just played really well? So they're not the number one team on my list. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
I'm not overly impressed with the Patriots. I don't think that I think that their strength of schedule wasn't that great. I think that they won some games just because, they won the number of games that they did just because of the teams that they played. Congratulations. You beat the Jets, who are trying to get the number 1 overall draft pick by, 32 points today.
Yeah.
That doesn't impress me much, as Shania would say. So,
yeah. And the Patriots have won the AFC East and the Broncos won the AFC West.
Correct. Yeah, those are locks. But yeah, looking at Denver, I think their biggest hangup is going to be offense efficiency. Their defense will always keep them in the game, but can the offense score in the first half?
Yeah.
That's ultimately going to be it. If they can score in the first half and they can put pressure on the other team's offense to feel rushed, the defense will handle it. But if they have to rely on their defense to continually get stops and to shut down the running game, that's where I think we're going to get stuck. We're going to get hung up, and we'll get beat by a field goal. Like I said, like what the Chargers did, what the Colts did. But yeah.
And I know last season you guys played the Bills last season for the playoffs, and honestly, it was the first time being in the playoffs in how many years, but I think you still gonna beat some teams in the playoffs.
Right. Yeah. No, I think that again, if it runs through Denver, I feel way more confidence. Like my confidence right now going into the playoffs, like let's say to make the AFC Championship game, I'm probably at like a 30 right now.
Okay.
I'd give us a 30% chance of making the AFC Championship game. If we get the number 1 seed, I'll probably bump up to about a 50%.
Okay.
So, and I'll take a 50%.
I'll take it. Half is half.
Yeah, half is half. All right. Yep. So, just going down the list, we don't necessarily need to break down every game. I mean, at this point, some of these games are pointless. You get your toilet bowls like the New York Giants and the Raiders, and it's just ugly, like we mentioned. So we don't really need to hit on some of those. Tampa Bay, the ones that I do want to hit on. Tampa Bay loses
7 and 9.
Yeah, loses to Miami, which is just but Carolina loses to Seattle, and so that sets us up for an epic Week 18. Right between those two teams, it comes down to them, and then in the AFC, it sets us up for an epic Week 18 matchup between Baltimore and Steelers.
I'm calling this right now. The Ravens will win the AFC North, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will win the NFC South next week. I'm calling that.
You think Tampa Bay?
I'm calling that.
Is the game in Tampa Bay?
I believe so.
Okay.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah. And I believe the Ravens are at Steelers, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I think that the Steelers are now so beat up, and without DK or Washington, that could be a problem. If
it could be a problem.
Lamar comes back, I'm right there with you. I think that they could end up being the champions, the AFC North champions. Yeah. As far as the
NFC South,
I like the Panthers.
Okay.
Let me see where that game's at. That could really be a factor.
I think it's in
It's in Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay, yeah. Tampa Bay. I called it, yeah.
All right. Well, that game's probably that's gonna be a 50-50 game right there.
Yeah. Although
no hold bars.
I think because of how injured the Bucks have been, and the Panthers have been on a roll, I might have to give the Panthers a little bit of an edge on there, even if it's in Tampa Bay.
They did lose to a good team today.
Yeah.
Seahawks. There's no shame in saying we lost to the number 1 team in the NFC. So now come playoffs, that's definitely got to be a different story for them. But at the same time,
if the Panthers or Buccaneers make the playoffs, then it's just going to be a first round exit, I guess.
Yeah, I could see that. And then the Ravens would, like I said, the Ravens would scare me a little bit more than the Steelers. So I don't know about first round exit there, but yeah, that's what we're looking forward to are those 2 games. I think those will probably get flexed into primetime games if I had to imagine. So, I think that would be those 2 would definitely be primetime. Probably one will be, I would assume, Saturday night. The other one will probably be Sunday night. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we'll know. We'll know exactly. We'll know everything. Probably going into Sunday night, I would assume, because it's going to come down to if the Patriots. Let's see. They have the 1 seed. They have the Dolphins. If the Broncos win, they have the number 1 seed. They play the Chargers though, who are already in the playoffs.
Chargers might rest. Chargers will rest.
Correct.
Everyone.
Yeah, and they can't get a better seeding than a wild card seeding. They could end up being the number 5 seed instead of the number 7 seed, but they're in. They can't go higher, so we'll see what happens there. And then I'm sure there's some incentives flying around, especially for a team like the Miami Dolphins, who are 7-9 and probably aren't going to go up or down in the tankathon draft picks. So Yep. All right, guys. Well, as far as the NFL
power rankings,
looking forward to next week. Let's do some power rankings here.
Okay.
I gotta fire it up. What are your guys' thoughts going while I pull this up here?
I would still do top 10.
Okay, top 10.
I was gonna say we might have to do just top 10 or playoffs, because a lot of these teams that are eliminated, you can't even. There's not much to play for unless they're trying to eliminate someone else.
Let's do top 10 of the playoff caliber teams now. Yep.
All right, let's do it.
It's almost my bedtime, man.
We still got another week off.
Well,
luckily.
Yeah. Bears, 49ers, second half just started. So, Johnny Schefter, second half for the Bears, 49ers just started.
All right, let's just zoom out here a little bit so we can see the whole dealio.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Here we go.
All right, here we go. So
we move the edge.
Remove it. You don't even want an edge.
No, so because this is still playoffs.
Let's do it. Let's leave that in there because there's going to be 14 teams that make the playoffs.
Okay.
So these will be the.
Yeah, I agree.
The other 4.
Okay.
In the playoffs, so. I really like the Seahawks the way they're playing right now.
Okay.
I don't know about you guys. What do you think?
I'm thinking the Seahawks has been balling a lot, bro. Sam Darnold, he is still great. JSN, still great. Seahawks number 1, in my opinion.
Okay.
I like the Rams at 2 as well, because Matt Stafford is just I mean, he's
Matty Ice, baby. Matty Ice.
Volatile, yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't.
You think Broncos in front of Patriots?
I think
3.
Broncos are better than
That's
Patriots.
good.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I think that the
agree.
Packers have to fall down. I think the Bills have to fall down. I think that the
This
Bears
is a
got to come
weird
up.
stat here. For the third straight year in a row, the Packers will be the number 7 seed in the NFC, like 2023, 7 seed, 2024, 7 seed, 2025, 7 seed. They are 7 seed merchants.
It's because they keep on coming second in the NFC North.
I get it, but they're probably like the Oklahoma City Thunder of the 7 seed merchants.
7 seed merchants.
Yeah. Well, I want to put that out there.
That's like the Steelers and finishing 500 every year.
Yeah,
the good one there. Good one.
Yeah. So right now I'm solely basing this on the current score of the game, but the Bears had just did a little naked bootleg out to the left, and Caleb Williams hit
San Francisco 2-yard line.
Yeah,
first and goal.
They're on the 2 right now, second and goal.
This game is crazy, dude.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, the Bears going down into San Francisco, putting up 28 points.
Yeah,
I like them. I like Ben Johnson.
I think Bears will get that push because they're not as nearly as beat up as the Niners. The Niners have been beat up, I think.
Right.
They're both good teams. I think if they were to play in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Then
they are pretty beat up in their wide receiver spot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. But I just feel like the Niners, as good of a team as they are, I think their luck it's going to have to run out eventually because
it's going to have to run out.
They are held together by not a lot.
Yeah.
Yep. We still need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So what are you thinking here? These, I would say 7 through 10.
Yeah.
I like the Jags. I like the Jags a lot.
I do like the Jags. I think they're definitely meshing better than the Bills.
Philly 8. I know they barely beat the Bills.
Touchdown Bears tied it up. Well,
okay.
Bears
tied it up pending an extra point. So
I think number 8 for the Eagles seems pretty fair.
Yeah, you got to put them in front of the Bills. They just beat them.
Yeah.
The Packers.
I like the Packers at 10 because
just got beat by the Ravens.
Yep. Yeah, and Steelers edge, Ravens edge, Tampa Bay edge, and Panthers edge. That's it.
I think just based off of record, never mind. I was gonna say push the Lions onto edge, but they're
eliminated. Sorry,
they're entirely eliminated anyway. So.
Get them out.
And you look at the record. They're
Texans,
so close.
I
to
forgot
the
Texans
and the Bears.
Oh, Chargers edge too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about where it is, and I think that a lot of people would probably agree with this. I think that some people would actually probably have the Broncos a little bit higher, but I think that my point was like you just got to get to the AFC Championship game, and then we'll talk Super Bowl later between these two teams. And I just think that the Broncos' offense right now is putting a lot of pressure on their defense, and that's why I would put them at 3. Whereas I would say that the Seahawks offense and defense are both clicking right now, and they're pretty tough. I think that I could probably say the same about the Jaguars even as well. So
this is a good list.
I like this list. If anything, I would move the Jaguars maybe up, but
that's what I was gonna say.
But I think that I would say that teams 5, 6, and 7 are interchangeable, and I would say teams 8, 9, and 10 are probably interchangeable as well, depending on the week, honestly. But I got to give the Eagles some credit for beating the Bills, and
absolutely,
you can't give. I mean, honestly, like
Green Bay.
Yeah, I mean,
gotta put Texans. Yes, absolutely.
I like the Texans or even the Chargers.
I think they're both better than the Packers. If
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
being honest.
we can't put both teams on the same slot.
I can't put the Packers ahead of the Ravens.
Yeah,
Only because the Ravens beat them with, Lamar Huntley. So,
Tyler Huntley.
yeah.
Yeah. Right.
So,
I think that's a good ranking, and
I think
I
that's-
do like the Texans, and I think
Yeah.
especially for a playoff team. No offense to the Packers, I think they're a pretty weak playoff team.
Yeah.
I just don't
and
think
so many
unless
shenanigans going on with the NFC North and the records
Yep.
not really reflecting how good the teams are.
I think one
Yep.
of the biggest advantages in the playoffs for a team like the Packers has been home field advantage. And, with Aaron Rodgers at home in the playoffs is just iconic, right? And now that they don't have either of those things, Aaron Rodgers or home field advantage, I don't see they're not really that scary to me. So
Yeah. Yep.
but all right. Well,
I want to say about two things here. This was actually a funny sports moment. I'm so sorry. During Wednesday's press conference, Packers head coach Matt LaFleur to joke that isn't expecting to receive any Christmas gifts from this quote. I don't think my wife thought I was a good boy this year, so I think she got me anything. I was on the naughty list.
well, Matt LaFleur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually,
He's
now that we're thinking about it,
he's a pretty
I
good
have-
coach.
He's a pretty
Yeah.
good coach, but I had one kind of funny moment that I saw.
Okay.
It's definitely an NBA first. I should have sent this in because it would probably be really funny to look at. But you guys see
Okay.
what Joel Embiid was hooping in? I mean, I don't know if you guys know,
Yeah.
but he's a Skechers athlete, so he has a deal with Skechers and he hoops in Skechers. But he was hooping in Skechers and some no-show straight no-show socks. So it
Oh
looked
my
like
yes, I know
he just
that.
was
Yeah.
straight feet in his Skechers, and I'm
That's a
That looks
is-
uncomfortable.
that's
Yes.
a that's
That had to
not
be
a look at the
uncomfortable.
NBA.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is not drip. You look at
No.
the NBA drip, he has no.
That had to
NBA
been
drip.
uncomfortable.
And everything
Probably
I
was.
have heard is that the NBA socks, like those league issued socks, are like super comfortable.
Yeah, you
It
can
is.
buy them. I'll see him. I was just at Dick's. I was shopping. It's after
But-
Christmas.
But are
And
they the same ones?
I don't know if they're the same ones, but they look nice. I mean, I
Yeah.
always wear Adidas socks. I think Adidas has the best socks for me personally, but
I
Yeah,
think
it
I
is.
think I heard the same thing about the towels at Wimbledon for tennis. It's like the athletes will
Interesting.
steal them.
that's
because
very
they're-
interesting.
So, all right.
I want to say about one more thing.
Hit
Do
us.
you know that we are 10 subscribers away from 100?
We are 10 away. Come on, guys. We got to get
We
there.
got this.
We
That's
got
our end of the year goal.
Listen, you
Well-
End of
guys,
the year goal.
you guys can make some content too. Send it to me.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to just be me.
I know.
I'll do something.
Put me together something.
Yeah.
I'll put it out there.
Yeah, Coop Dog Sports. We got to
I-
make more.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
lock in, man.
Yeah.
Gavin, you still with us out there in chat land?
Are you still watching?
I don't know if I think he's watching on the big screen downstairs, so he can't chat.
Yeah, the
on
Bears.
That,
The Bears.
I
are
think he's
20
watching
oh,
still.
Okay.
Because
All right. Anyway.
hold on, Giovanni.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
we have the new segment, right?
Pokemon.
The ripping and the tearing,
Yeah.
All right.
Clear for ripping.
cleared for rip off.
Clear for rip off.
So we got to see. All right, there's
Yeah.
there's a secret with these. You gotta do it a certain way.
I don't
And,
know about Pokemon, but
That's all right.
Yeah.
I just grabbed some packs of something. I think last time we did this it was basketball. We'll
It
see.
was
Yeah, we did
basketball,
some
yeah.
basketball.
yeah.
I'm
You got to get
struggling.
the overhead cam. Like you watch
I know.
the
Yeah.
unboxing videos. They got the overhead
Right.
cams on the
Right.
desk.
No, it's all right. It's all good.
It's all right. It's okay.
But I will say this as well. There are some good cards in here. So hopefully we get one of these and we just absolutely go viral.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
Energy.
All right, Gavin. Hopefully you don't miss this. I have to get it in the light. Was that a little snubble? Hold on.
Yep.
There we go.
Snubble. Ambush.
Murkrow.
Blazeball. Gilboa Chica.
I almost want Giovanni I just want Giovanni to read these.
Okay. Bronzer. Blowtorch. Cressler.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
All right.
Howder. Absol.
All right.
Dura Luton.
That's a cool
All
art.
right,
I like that.
Here's the hit.
Here we go. Battle Cage.
A little full
I don't
art
know
action.
about that one. Yeah.
A little full art action. A little 2-star.
Okay.
The Battle Cage. All right. We'll have to.
That's
We'll
cool.
see what that is.
We're gonna have to create like a spreadsheet of the most valuable cards pulled on Top Gun Live.
The cleared for ripoff. All right. So do I save this other pack, or do I rip it now?
All right, hold up.
What am I holding up for?
All right, Gavin was just texting me. He was like, we're hoping for the Zard.
Yeah, the gold Zard.
Yeah,
the gold Zard.
He said not bad. It's a full art. All right, Gavin, should we open the next one?
Should we open it?
I think it's too late.
Sounds like we're opening it already.
It's already been opened.
Yeah, we're only opening.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
All right, did the card trick. Here we go. All right. Water energy. I gotta angle these so we can see them.
Focus.
Tag.
Come on, lock in here for me. It's on my hand. There we go. Trap inch. Quocorduck. So close.
Jigglypuff.
There we go.
Seal.
There you go.
Crocodile.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Mellow Ada.
It's pretty close.
Sorry, I don't know Pokemon. Jumbo ice cream.
That's
ice cream.
Great content.
Powder again.
Yep.
Powder. Blowtorch
again.
Paimon.
This one was a dud.
All
right. Well, we got
let's get back to the things here.
All right. Well, there was our cleared for rip-off segment. We'll have to. Somebody else has got to rip some packs next time.
Yeah, I think we have some coming in soon.
All right, good.
Like to the Fontaine.
Yeah.
House, so
yeah.
might have to open it back on.
I saw some. I saw a box of Topps Chrome baseball, but it was like $50 for.
Yeah. Oh, that's expensive.
A little steep for a little ripping.
Yeah.
Got to save up for that.
Anyway,
I got anything else.
All righty.
Subscribe to Ohio Sportscast just so you can watch Giovanni Chef do breaking news and the updates. Subscribe to Top Gun Podcast. Subscribe to Smee Sports. Subscribe to famous YouTuber Tom Grossi. And subscribe to That's Good Sports.
All right, guys.
It's not about being right. It's about sounding confident.
That's right. That's the tagline.
And we're on the road to 100 subs. So please subscribe.
On the road to 100. Give us a like, follow, and subscribe.
Yeah, do all the above, baby. Do all the above.
All right, gentlemen.
Those animations
do the Mile High salute.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya. See ya.
See ya.
Yeah.